Today we're going to talk about prenuptial agreements and what the court will look at later if one is trying to be set aside. So the first thing that I can tell you about is that you want to look at California Family Code sections 1612 and section 1615 because they lay out the requirements for what needs to be part of your prenup. Now, one of the things I can tell you that is incredibly important is that most attorneys will not do a prenup where the person on the other side is not represented by their own independent counsel. Spend the $500 to $1,000 to hire a second attorney so that that person has independent counsel, and it's cheaper to do that now and spend the money now than it is for this prenuptial agreement to be thrown out later and them to get half of your stuff. The second thing is that you need to make sure they have enough time to go over it with their counsel. So you don't want to do this really close to the wedding. You want to make sure that they have plenty of time to review the documents. And under the code, it's at least 7 days to review the documents. This gives them time to find counsel if they need to, as well as to think about things, negotiate things, etc. Also, if English is not their native language and they're not fluent in English and not like going to a high-level job where they speak English every day, for example, and they have a native language of another language, you need to make sure that it is translated. Again, this is something you want to spend the $500 now on to help your case not get thrown out in court later. You also want to make sure that the people actually know what they are signing. It's very important, and this is another reason to make sure that they have independent counsel, that they understand what they are waiving. This means that you need to disclose all of your assets, all of your debts, and they need to disclose all of their assets and all of their debts so everybody knows exactly what rights they are waiving. Maybe I'm willing to sign this prenuptial agreement if all I'm waiving is your pension, but if I don't realize you have a side business where you have passive income of $1 million a year, maybe that I don't want to waive. So it's very important that they make sure that they fully understand what they are signing when they do these waivers. Additionally, on top of the disclosures, which is one of the most important parts of these aspects, you want to make sure that the agreement is not too one-sided or unfair. Otherwise, there's a term called unconscionability where, especially in relation to spousal support, the court might throw out those terms even if they don't throw out the rest of the agreement. This is a very highly complex issue, and I have successfully argued before the court to get them thrown out before. So make sure that you always hire an attorney to help you draft a prenuptial agreement. Please do not just print one out from the internet or